Okay, continuing with the Gospel of Thomas, saying number 2. Jesus said, Jesus is your own higher consciousness, the I am, which is the consciousness. Let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. This is very simple. How do you seek? When you meditate, you go within. Because outside there, it's just distractions. So you have to turn your attention in. Like that occult saying, where attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is always going out into the world, I like this, I love that, then your attention is being taken from you. That's why that strange character Jesus said, do not love anything in the world, because if you do, the love of the Father is not in you. Okay? The love of the Father is an experience. Okay? It is tangible, and it's within you. And when you feel it, it's indescribable. I won't even bother trying. So keep seeking until you find. Now, to facilitate finding it, this is what a lot of the gurus and Joe Dispenza and people like that, they're not saying, they're not really talking about the importance of cleaning the house. That's why Jesus said, clean your house. That's why he said the Pharisees, the religious leaders of the day, on the outside they look like whitewashed tombs, but on the inside they're full of dead things. Okay, so clean your house, get the toxins out. When your body's clean, the energy moves. It's all about energy. It's electromagnetic energy. And when the energy's low, you experience it as emotions, and emotions are controlling you. When your mind thinks it's the master, it brings up thoughts, and then you have these emotions and you get run ragged. When you have the serpent rise, the kundalini, it's a pole shift. The energy is more up here. You become upright, and you're not a worker of iniquity. Iniquity means not balanced, and it's all about a balance. It's not about being goody two-shoes. It's not about being charitable and being nice. It's not about any of that. That's just a show. And in the story where the character Jesus is on the cross, between the two robbers, one robber mocked him and the other robber was saved. So it's for everybody. He spoke to tax collectors, repugnant bastards that they are. He spoke to soldiers. The story when he was speaking to the centurion. Yeah, he spoke to everybody, but for people that would listen and respond, for those with ears to hear and eyes to see. So it isn't about being an apologist or a kiss ass. It's about cleaning your individual house and bringing your energy back within. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is store enough energy in heaven. Remember, store your treasure in heaven, to implode effectively your DNA and your consciousness. That's what it's about, in a nutshell. So keep seeking, keep cleaning your house. Don't lie to yourself. Don't let the ego think just because it's got a bit of knowledge that it starts to fool you, because it will. Now, people say, oh, I stopped eating meat 4 weeks ago. Yeah, you're going to feel better. You will notice a change. That you're just dipping your toe in an ocean. And I felt this, and look, it's life-changing. That's why that character Jesus said, walk away from everything, walk away from your money. If you're not prepared to do that, in other words, your attention, if you can't do that, then you're a rich man, and a rich man can't get in. It's all there. It's all there in the parables. It's a guide. It's so that you can understand, what you're dealing with, the resident evil, the ego. And then you become aware of its tricks. But the more you meditate, you'll realize that you're not the ego. You're not this act that's been built up over the years. You're none of that. Far more than that. And in time, as the energy builds, things start to happen. And it will take you by surprise, more often than not. When he finds, he will become troubled. Yeah, because you're meditating, you've been cleaning your house, the energy's starting to move, you're experiencing things in this temple that you've never experienced before. And then all of a sudden, that voice in your head, it isn't you. You're not identifying with it anymore. Who is that? That's not me. That's the split in your psyche. Psyche means soul. But it's not your soul, it's you becoming the I am, the consciousness, observing the monkey mind and all its babble. It just babbles incessantly. And then you realize that there's been a division. You are too. And as it says, you'll become troubled. Oh my God, I'm a schizo. No. Although people with personality disorders, I'd put it down to that. But a lack of simple knowledge, they could balance it and everything would be better for them in their world, this here. And that's why Jesus said, why do you call me the Prince of Peace? I don't come to bring peace. I come to bring the sword, a division, to put son against father, mother against daughter against mother. The mother is the subconscious, the daughters are the emotions. The father is the ego. Remember the Apostle Paul said, I am your father. And you're the son of God, and you're fighting against the ego. Israelite, Ishi Sara'el, individual that struggles with God. God is the brain, trying to overcome all the nonsense that you've accumulated and that false identity that you've built up, like the walls of Jericho. It's all going to get torn down. He will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished. Yeah, because everything you thought was you is bullshit. You've been an act. You've been an actor all your life. And it's funny because the celebrities, Hollywood, are paraded in front of us. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, all those A-list, all those names, as if they're kind of like super beings. They're just actors acting various roles, and we all know this. But when you become aware that you've been acting all your life, okay, just ponder that. When somebody says something to you that you disagree with and you get all upset, there's nothing really wrong with it. But if you're not aware that your act is worthless, then what's the point in acting? But if your act is of value, and he will rule over the all. Ruling over this. But I don't think that's what it is. It says the all. The all. Well, that's everything. I have yet to achieve that. So I shall ponder that some more. But it's quite explicit language. He will rule over the all. It's interesting, isn't it? Quite a big deal. Something to think about, people.